Greetings, everyone. It's Glenn Kellaway coming to you from the basement, hoping everyone's doing well. I've been really pleased with the response to my video I just did on live albums. I didn't rank them or anything. I just pulled a few that I really like and showed them to you. And not like the video's gone viral, unlike myself, who's totally viral right now with a wicked cold. But the comments have been overwhelming. There's been some just amazing comments. People are obviously passionate about live music. There's a lot of people who love it, and getting a lot of what about this one? What about that one? Grand Funk Live and Steppenwolf Live, and I can't even think. There's just read the comments on the first video. It's pretty cool. If you're into live albums, you might get some good suggestions there. After I finished the video, there was one. It's one of my favorite live albums that I never see get talked about on in YouTube videos in the vinyl community, and I think it's one of the greatest live albums. Definitely one of the best recorded live albums I've ever heard. Great selection of live material from the amazing Steve Winwood. This album's called Winwood Greatest Hits Live. This album is fantastic. This is a 4-record set. I have it on CD as well, so if you happen to not want to spend the money on a vinyl, you can get it on a 2 CD set. It covers everything. Like Steve Winwood, I almost called him Stevie Wonder. Steve Winwood has a career that really is unmatched. I mean, he's 16 years old. He's in the Spencer Davis group with I'm a Man, and oh man, come on. And from there to Blind Faith and Traffic, and his own really successful solo career. He played with Jimi Hendrix on Electric Ladyland. I mean, the man has been around and done some great stuff. He's a fantastic singer, got a soulful voice, and a great keyboard player, and a great underrated guitar player. This album is really dumbed down on the instrumentation. You don't get a big full band. You get like Stevie on keyboards and I'm going to call him Stevie Wonder again. So Stevie. You get Steven playing keyboards and guitar. You got a saxophone and a drums and bass. That's it. It's really just a bare bones band, and they do such a great job on the songs. Like, it's just incredible. It kicks off with I'm a Man, just a great version of it. Them Changes, Fly, Can't Find My Way Home, Had to Cry Today from Blind Faith, Low Spark of High Heeled Boys, great Traffic tune. And then some of his solo stuff, Back in the High Life Again, Higher Love. Then they do Dear Mr. Fantasy, another probably one of the great Traffic songs. Give Me Some Lovin', Spencer Davis. We got Rainmaker and Pearly Queen, Glad, Why Can't We Live Together, Medicated Goo from Traffic. John Barleycorn, just a beautiful version of John Barleycorn. While You See a Chance, You Take It, which is another great solo song. An Arc of a Diver, which was a title song from an album that just won a ton of Grammys and really put him back on the map. Yeah, Freedom Over Spill and Roll With It. Excellent. I'll show you the album set here. Like I said, 4 LPs, and it sounds incredible. It's a really nice sounding record. Really deserves much more respect and love than it gets. Oh, what's it come with here? Let's see. There's the vinyl. Now, it just came with some paper sleeves. I'm a bit light on my MoFi inner sleeves right now. I gotta get some. I've had this album a long time, and I've never switched the sleeves out on it. I don't know why. But anyway, as a live album, it's fantastic, and well worth looking for if you can find it for a good price. I'm not sure how it sells for now. I bought it on the Amazon warehouse sale. Got a great deal on it because it had and then you get it and there's always a little damage. But I can live with that, man. If I get a 4-record set for next to nothing, because you don't listen to the cover. Good advice. Okay, from Stevie Wonder. I just thought I'd pull a couple more from Stevie Wonder. I frickin' did it again. From Steve Winwood. Last night we did a live chat, and I called Lindsey Buckingham Lindsey Graham. So let's not even. I'm getting old. I pulled out a couple others just so I wasn't talking about Steve Winwood by himself. Some other kind of obscure stuff. This came out in Record Store Day in 2018. It's on Rhino Records. I'm not sure how easy this is to get a hold of either, but I picked it up. It's Chicago, live at the Isle of Wight Festival in 1970. And it's not an audiophile recording. It's good enough that you can listen to it. It's fine. It's not bootleg quality. But the performance is incredible. Terry Kass guitar playing on this is just out of this world. What a great guitar player. But they basically do all the stuff from the first album. It's in the second album. That's all it is, right? South California Purples and Beginnings, In the Countries. Anybody know what time it is? It Better End Soon, the whole movement from Chicago 2. And it looks like almost like they played Chicago 2 almost its entirety. And then I'm a Man ends it. I mean, fantastic. Really, just a great performance from Chicago. What a great band they were. So if you can find this one, I highly recommend it. Although, like I said, if you're an audiophile guy and you know, it's a little less than like a good quality recording, but it's still very enjoyable. Another one, I've always loved this live album, Sting. I loved his initial band when he left the Police with all the jazz guys. Like, you know, I guess he probably have to be, it's jazz light, I guess, if you're, you know, into Miles Davis and all that stuff. But in Coltrane and whatever. But anyway, it has Kenny Kirkland playing piano and Branford Marsalis. They did a tour. I think it was a documentary too called Bring on the Night. I love that album cover. Absolutely love it. And this another recording that sounds absolutely pristine for a live album. Great performances, really lively, great playing. Sting, Bring on the Night. And last but not least, how anyone could even mention, oh, it's not last but not least, somebody mentioned this, more than one person mentioned this in comments. One of my favorite live albums, I should have pulled it first time. I don't have it on vinyl, shame on me. I'm always looking for a good used copy of it. I don't think it's really that hard to find. Supertramp Paris. This is my go-to Supertramp album. I know the sonic masterpiece of Crime of the Century, and all their albums sound really good, and they've got some great studio recordings, but I frigging love Paris. I think this is just a great, great live album. Every Supertramp song you'd ever want is on here. Incredible live version of From Now On, which is my favorite Supertramp song. Supertramp Paris. Grab it. I gotta find a vinyl copy of that. One more. Excuse me. You cannot talk about live music without talking about the Grateful Dead. And in 1972, the Grateful Dead took the whole gang and they went to Europe and did the 1972 tour of Europe. The Grateful Dead was never more tight, never sounded better. And they put out an album, Live Dead. When they came back, it was they did a Europe 72 album. Came out like that. You can buy it on vinyl, of course. Over the years, they have released, and the Grateful Dead does all these archive releases and everything. At one point, they released a trunk full of, I don't know how many CDs, the whole tour. It was unbelievable. I think that thing costs like about $2,000 now if you want to buy it on the, you know, Third Seller Market or on eBay or wherever. But over time, they released the shows separately. I do have this box set from, this is from Paris, France, May 3rd, 1972, Grateful Dead. It is a 5-6 album set, and it's just limited to 10,000. Fantastic playing on here. Their vocals are great, playing's great. Jerry's playing is inspired. A lot of great tunes on here. Bertha and Me and My Uncle and Sugaree. China Cat, Sunflower, and I Know You Ride are one of my favorite. They mesh those songs always in concert, and they sound great. He's Gone is a great song. Playing in the Band, Ramble on Rose, Truckin', just Sugar Magnolia, Jack Straw. I mean, just if you, all those are staples of Grateful Dead music. But there's the set. I'll open it up here. Okay. There we go. It's a 5 LP set. There's this. And show you one of the albums. I do have this in a MoFi sleeve. There we go. There's the label. But fantastic recordings. They sound great. I think this was another deal where the Dad took these recordings back into the studio and made them sound a little better. Now, like I said, they released a lot of these in individual, like, you could buy them in CDs, you could buy a whole set, or you could buy them individually. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all like multi-disc sets. There's a great picture of Jerry. Again, all the songs. So I've got one here from Copenhagen, Denmark. I've got one from another one from Copenhagen, Denmark. Another night. Yeah, one's on April 14th and April 17th. Arnes, Denmark, 4/16/72. I got all the Denmark shows covered. And in Newcastle, England, 4/11/72. So if you're not into the Grateful Dead but wanted to check it out, I would suggest that you try a Live Dead from the 72 tour. I think that's they sound great. And they sounded great when they came back because they were really tight. So that 72, 73, 74 period is just epic for me. I love it. So that's it for the live stuff. I do want to say that last night we had our first official live chat with myself, Sam St. John, and Rob from Northern Revolutions. We had a great time. 2 hours. The video's up for you to replay. All the headings on the top where it says videos, live, just click on the live word there and the live video chat videos come up. You can see it from last night. We did a little bit of a tribute to Christine McVie, ranked our top 12 Fleetwood Mac songs, and had a pretty good discussion. I love the dynamic of Sam, Rob, and I because I'm an old timer. Rob is early 40s and Sam is late 20s. So we've got like almost three generations, different generations of thoughts and viewpoints in there, which I really think makes a great dynamic. So please join us on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We had a great time last night. I think we had upwards of 20 people at one time. I think maybe 25 people dropped in and out over the period of the night. But it was a lot of fun, and please watch the replay. Stop by on Tuesday nights. And if there's topics that you can think of that we could cover, like we did the Fleetwood Mac thing last night, love to hear some ideas. And thank you very much for watching. I so appreciate your support. Have a great day.